Hey, astronauts. Oh my God, my voice. Oh my gosh. It has been, as you can tell, a rough week. So crazy. I don't know what's happening to my voice. I haven't been speaking or anything. But oh, hey, Mari. Welcome to being a stargazer astronaut. So thank you. Oh, let me make sure the sound is working. My skin looks a lot better, even though I've been stressed, guys. So not really sure where that's coming from. Let's check the sound. I think I'm here. Ugh, can't say it in the commercials. Okay, we're on. Don't know what's going on with my voice, but we're gonna deal with it. It is what it is. This is where we're at. Let me create the polls for you guys. Can you believe it is mid-November, guys? It is mid-November. Let's see. Find my polls for you guys. Let me set this up. Welcome. Hey, XO, are you doing free readings? No, I am not doing free readings. My readings, as always, it is $10 for in-depth questions, $5 for yes or no, and there's no limit for the amount of cards I pull. My goal is just to answer the question fully and completely, and I prefer PayPal and CashApp, but many people don't have that, so they can super chat, and I'm more than willing to go down that route. If you are looking for a free reading, I am thinking of doing like an end of the year free reading, but only for like subscribers. So that will be that. But all my readings are always paid. But welcome everyone. I was just setting up the polls. Sorry, I think I'm only 2 minutes behind this time. Thank goodness. You guys know I'm chronically late on this. So here we go. Let me see. Let's see. I'll do maybe an astrology question, because I don't think I do too many of those, and save the fun. Oh, you're welcome, XO. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think. Hey, Cloudy Cutie, how are you? I'm trying to think of a question that will embody all of. I guess I'll have to do by water signs or like elements, because there's only 4 answers. I hope you guys are doing okay. Oh, this week I have the colorful neon tarot deck. I don't even think I introduced myself. Doing good, making some muffins. Oh, what kind of muffins are they? Me, I am currently working on things for class. I don't know why my voice is gone. Maybe because of stress. But yeah, that is what I have been working on all week. A lot of things to do in that department. It is coming to a close soon. So you know how things amp up in school when it's coming to a close. And so that's where I've been at. But yeah, let me know what type of muffins you have been making. Blueberry classic blueberry muffins. Nice, good for you. Thank you. I do like blueberry muffins, but I'm particular about the blueberry muffins. They have to be like the really soft ones, the ones that are like really moist. Love those. I hope you're making that kind. Chocolate, though, is my favorite. The double chocolate on chocolate. Hey, Kiva. Wow, haven't seen you in a while. How is Japan? How are things going? I hope so too. I'm sure the muffins will turn out fantastic. Things are going good over here. It's just a lot of schoolwork. Finally catching up from Tokyo. Yeah, what's life like there? I think that is so amazing. You finally made the move and you're living in the big city life. Wow. That's not, you know what? It's not the normal story. Things are messy. You haven't been there that long, Kiva. What's happening? I can't. This is so funny. Hi, Sky. How are you? Welcome, everyone coming in. Oh, I forgot. Let me do my intro. Hey, everyone. This is Brandi from AstroTarotResearch. You know, I'm an astrology and tarot channel. I have a lot of years of experience, over 15 with more with astrology, but you know, but over 15 for both, at least experiencing reading cards and charts and things along the lines of that. I prefer Vedic chart readings rather than Western. And then I have my own tarot style, which combines elements, numerology sometimes if I want to. I used to do numerology a lot more. And just a lot of different astrological references. I am known for being more straightforward, practical, upfront. So if you're looking for like a more supportive, or maybe, I don't know, it's the word, softer approach to readings, that may not be, I may not be the right style for you. So I want to be upfront about that, because I don't want to, you know, hurt anyone or upset anyone. So I am doing great. You know, I'm having a wonderful time. Well, as wonderful of a time as you can have while studying in school. And that's the wrong thing. This week's card deck is the colorful neon deck. So it's just, everything is neon, as you can see, with the King of Cups. So let me go how you guys are doing too. And I'm just creating a poll. This shouldn't take too long. Normally I would have it pre-made, but for some reason YouTube doesn't allow you to do that. It will just close the poll, and I don't like that. Which one element am I forgetting? Okay. Poll question is, what's your rising sign? I don't think I put the what. I just said your rising sign: water, air, earth, fire. Okay. I'm going to keep mine mysterious. I'm going to be nosy. But yeah, I hope you guys have having a great, fantastic, beautiful week, or, you know, year, month. This year's almost coming to a close. We are on November 15th, depending on where you are in the world. Maybe you're on November 16th. Maybe, I don't know who's on the 14th. I'm not completely knowledgeable of all time zones, but you know, we only have a few weeks left. What is that? 1, 2, 3. Where we at? 4, 5, 6, 7. Really like 6.5 weeks left in the year. And if you're coming in, don't forget to press the like button. I would really, really appreciate it. I love when you guys hit the like button. It really helps with my channel. So thank you so much. And as you guys have, as I've said, if you guys are new here, hi, I'm Brandi. I'm a practical tarot reader. I have a very straightforward approach to reading tarot cards. I also read astrology charts as well. I can do Western, but I do prefer Vedic chart readings because it goes into the nakshatras, and it's a lot more in depth from my experience when it comes to things. Right now, I am shuffling for the weekly collective. And just so you know, I think I've pinned this to the top, but if you would like to ask me a tarot question, you probably guys could ask me an astrology question, but I haven't done that yet live. Brandi, I have just some advice for you. When you do Brandi, it was super easy to find your channel when I was writing Brandi tarot readings. You know what? That's the thing I wanted. I was going to keep it as Brandi, but then people were getting confused, and they were like, is this still AstroTarotResearch? There was just a lot of confusion there when it came to the channel. So that's the only reason I switched it back to AstroTarotResearch. AstroTarotResearch, then tarot reading, it doesn't find you. Finds only popular tarot channels. That's unfortunate. Maybe I could put like a Brandi at the end. But it's very stressful. But that is helpful to know that it is not finding me on that. I wonder if there's a way I can fix it. Maybe I can put Brandi a lot more. I've been trying to put it in my description so that even when you guys look for Brandi, maybe YouTube can find it. But I'll try to put it more in my description, and maybe that'll help YouTube find me. What does Spirit want me to know? V. Sky. If you would like a reading, you will have to send through PayPal, Cash App, or Super Chat. I believe I have pinned everything to the top. It is also in the description bar if you're looking for my tarot or not tarot. If you're looking for my PayPal or Cash App, that will be in the description bar below. And also, guys, if you want a private reading from me, that is linked below. You can go through my Etsy shop or the booking form. I say, yeah, because Astro Tarot, I find readings about people making daily zodiac sign readings. That is so strange. YouTube is canceling me. Let me see. I probably only come up for myself. I might have to put like maybe my name more so in the description, and then hopefully over time I should come up. But that should be, I think that's the only fix for now. But thank you for telling me that, Kiba. That is good to know. Yeah. I might have to just wait. Maybe AstroTarotResearch. It might be a way. I don't know. See, that's the only thing is it's the branding thing. I want to keep things consistent and so people aren't getting confused. I think the best solution may just be to put my name more so in the description and the bar links, or just put my name out there more. So that way when you guys search for Brandi Tarot, it'll come up. I'll ask a question too. I just need to connect card to PayPal. Hold on. No problem, Kiva. And welcome all of you guys coming in. Feel free to hit the like button and welcome to Astro Tarot Research. If you are new here, I am a practical tarot reader and a astrologer researcher. So I've looked at many charts to get an understanding of all of the information and how the planets are influencing us. Hey, Shifting Lotus. And every live, I like to do the weekly, not every live, but the scheduled lives, I like to do the weekly collective. And I am shuffling and preparing for that. I hope you're doing good, Shifting Lotus. And I hope you all are doing great. Also, I would appreciate if you guys could answer the polls. I am very, very curious as to what your rising sign is. Now, I'll say this is for Vedic. I don't think I forgot to put Vedic, okay? So let me know your rising sign in Vedic astrology. If you're not familiar with it, look it up. You should be able to look at the Vedic chart calculators. There's many out there. But right now, we are shuffling for the weekly collective, and we're going to jump into it. I'm going to need your participation. I kind of like asking you guys for your participation and help choosing the cards. So, one card's trying to come out already. But Sagittarius. Hey, love a Sagittarius rising. So full of life. All right, so we're going to shuffle. I think I've pretty much shuffled a good amount. So just do a quick recap of this week's weekly collective. We pulled the Knight of Swords. We pulled the King of Wands, the Lovers, and the Hermit card. So this week, it may have felt like there was just a lot going on, whether that was internally or externally. Sometimes swords can show up for both. And then we have that Mercury energy, Libra rising, Vedic. Okay, pretty girl Libras. Love Libras. You know, you guys are very, very headstrong. Which people don't say that about Libras, but they definitely are. And this week, you may have noticed that things may have been, I don't know, kind of like just busy, like it feels as if things are in motion. I've had some people come up to me, or we were just talking, and they were saying how this week it just felt like, some kind of new random episode in their life, like some kind of random filler things happening. And Mercury energy can do that, where it feels like random shifts, where it feels like you are meeting a bunch of different characters, where sometimes, if your Mercury in your chart is debilitated, or if it's retrograde, it can be like you have awkward conversations when you have like a strong Mercury influence. So it's not always bad. It's just a little awkward. But that's going to be something that has been happening this week. Either way, it may feel like, you said this week was crazy. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Either way, this week just felt like a different energy shift. Okay. That is something that I can say. Hold on. Now, this week, since these cards are flying, let's start with you guys picking the first card. And then we'll see. I'll pick the next two. Okay. So we're going to do, let's try this card, and this card. Okay. So let me fix this. So we have I'll do this. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Okay, so you guys have 1 minute to choose 1, 2, or 3. Okay, Shifting Lotus says 2. What's good this upcoming week? This week has been crazy. Giving you guys a few more opportunities. 1, 2, or 3. 30 seconds left on the clock, guys. All right. We're just going to wait it out. And then I'm going to prepare the other 2. All right. Okay. Looks like 2 might be the answer. All right, Shifting Lotus. We got the King of Wands. I think we got that this week as well. And then we have Temperance and the Hanged Man. So if you want to know if this week will be less crazy, probably not, Shifting Lotus. Looks like we're bringing in some of that high energy into next week with the King of Wands here. One thing I noticed about the King of Wands is that he never runs out of things to do, right? His to-do list is non-stop and never ending. And so next week, we can feel as though if we complete one thing, there is another thing that is going to come up in the realm of reality and life. One good thing I like about the King of Wands is that you'll definitely feel alive. You're not going to be bored this week. And when I see the King of Wands, we don't say this enough about the Wands energy, but Wands energy is very, very strategic. And so if you have been trying to figure out a way to make your dreams a reality, or maybe you have something in your head you want to accomplish, and it can be anything, you could have a goal to say, okay, next year, I'm going to plan to go on, 10 first dates, and you're trying to figure out how you're going to do that. That is very King of Wands energy when it comes to strategizing how you're going to go about that. Now, when we talk about this Temperance and the Hangman card, what do these 2 cards have in common? Patience. Okay. You are waiting. The thing about those 2 cards and those 2 energies is, who do you know likes waiting? So next week, it may feel like, I don't know if you guys are waiting for vacation, if you're waiting for the year to end, if you're waiting for a new start, a new job opportunity, a new, I don't know, relationship, anything, but it can feel like you are just waiting for a change, waiting for a transformation to occur coming up next week. One thing I do notice about this Temperance and Hangman energy is that I often get them to represent, like, especially the Hangman, waiting for something you can't control. It feels a little bit like a limbo period. I've gotten the Hangman to represent like waiting for test results. And it's like, okay, I just want those results. Please give me the results. Like, I feel like I've been waiting weeks and weeks and weeks on end. And like, you get no response. And it's this feeling of anticipation and maybe a little bit of anxiety there too. But it is also representing that this week pretty much is more so calm for the most part, even though there's plenty of things to do. Okay. It's for the most part calm, but there's plenty of things to do. So that is generally the weekly collective and what's happening there. Also, Temperance can represent, like, when it comes to like financial areas, like fixing some things for you financially. Like, for example, if you've been spending too much on your credit card, you're like, oh, let me pull back on that and try using debit, or just not buying certain things, etc., or saving in a different way. But I just noticed that Temperance card can often come up as like rebalancing your bank account. I think I've gotten Temperance in particular in circumstances where it's like, when you have certain bills linked to, let's say, your savings or your checking, and let's say you forget to transfer money to your savings so that the payment can be made, and the bank automatically does that, negative account, what's it called, fee, where they charge you a fee if the account has insufficient funds. Temperance card would say, okay, I'm going to go in and fix things so that I get a notification when I have insufficient funds, and to make sure that both accounts will have, like, exactly the overdraft fee. And Temperance will come in and say, okay, let me make sure that I get notified of any overdraft fee, and let me make sure that I have enough money in both accounts. So that can be sort of like a Temperance rebalancing moderation thing. Said, did I get the money? Let me check, Kiva. I haven't even been checking. I was trying to get through the weekly collective here, which doesn't seem like a bad vibe. It just seems like a vibe where we want things to move forward. I am logging in. I don't see anything, Kiva. Did you send it through PayPal? Oh, you sent it through CashApp, of course. Wait, no. No, I think Shifting Lotus you sent through CashApp. Wait a second to log out of YouTube. Let me try again. And thank you, Shifting Lotus. Did you have a question? Did I miss it? The water signs are winning in terms of rising sign and Vedic. I was waiting to go after Kiva. Oh, okay. Very patient. And no problem, Kiva. I know things are difficult. You're over there in Japan. I can't even imagine that what trying to connect is like. And make sure you guys are subscribed and hit the bell. As Kiva was saying, my channel seems to be a little bit difficult to find. So much competition on YouTube. But I am gonna, let me make sure to put my name in the description too. I've been trying to do that more so people can find it. And I'm just fixing the description. There we go. Hi, Sanji. Or is it Sanja? I hope I'm saying that right. Like 6. What does that mean? Oh my God, going to Tokyo soon too. Patient because I'm packing. Oh, so you have like a good sense of like anticipation. Like you're waiting for something great to happen, like a vacation. That does make sense though, because the Hangman and Temperance card are both connected to Jupiter, because Temperance connects to Sagittarius and the Hangman connects to Pisces, both Jupiter ruled signs, both connecting to travel. And so I know a lot of people are traveling, ready to travel. All of that energy is there, and it makes sense because Thanksgiving will be the week after next. So a lot of people are planning to travel for the holidays and just general because it's the end of the year. I know a lot of people are taking off from work and ready to move on. Hello from Aquarius, I see. Aquarius. Are you saying you're Aquarius rising, Sanja? It's even so far, almost, for the air, earth, and fire signs. You guys are even in terms of rising signs. Water is the outlier here, and this is Vedic chart. I forgot to put that in there. I should have said that and made that clear. What is your Vedic chart rising sign? Oh, check now. All right, I'm checking Kiva. Yes, I see it. I see it. Have a lot of stuff transiting 12th house. Makes sense. Wow. Sun in Aquarius. Okay. Very unique people. I always love Aquariuses. They always have like the most unique ideas. Definitely some creative people. Oh, and how's Jupiter retrograde treating you all? It went retrograde on the 11th, guys. So hopefully Jupiter retrograde and Mercury retrograde aren't beating you guys up. Honestly, the Mercury retrograde parts hasn't been bad for me. I'll say that personally. Normally, I have to like go back and redo a bunch of things that I've messed up on. But it seems this time I must have been very diligent. Moon in Capricorn, Venus in Sagittarius, Ascendant Gemini. Sanjay, you have a lot of air signs. And with the Sun in Aquarius and the Ascendant Gemini. Wow. I know you can't stand doing the same thing over and over again. Sent you the content. Oh, I thought you were, I didn't even check the content. I was just like, okay, I got it. Let me check. Okay. He leave on November and he told me he was trying to. Okay. Thank you for the background. Let's see. What are Dante's true feelings towards me? What are his true feelings towards our connection. I don't want to fall into Delulu. That's too funny. Though we all do it, you know. I don't believe anyone who says that they haven't made some weird choices when it comes to love. All right, let's see. Let's see his true feelings. We have the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. This is the first time I got into a situationship. And the Queen of Swords, but that'd be a little bit reversed. First time I got into a situationship. I mean, that's what life's about. It's about trying new things. I'm not here to judge any situationship or love situation, etc. But his feelings to me, when we have this Knight of Cups, it does seem that he is feeling very romantic. He does have a lot of care. But one thing I do know about the Knight of Cups is that they are more likely to get swept up away in the romance. And I think when we see this Ace of Pentacles there, it's a good sign because it does show that he is trying to think practically how you guys can stay connected. But with the Queen of Swords reverse, to me, it feels as though he may be a little bit unsure as to how he can do that or even what the exact plan is. And sometimes just the Queen of Swords is just a little bit of worrying of how things are going to play out. So for me, I feel like his feelings are valid. I feel like the Knight of Cups is saying that he is, or at least he feels like he's all in for now. And he wants to figure out a way to make this real, like he says. But let's pull some cards here. Page of Cups. So just as I said with the Page of Cups there, it's really just highlighting the fact that, yes, these are true romantic feelings. He does like you. He is very much interested. He's just trying to figure out how to make this like something that can last. Pretty much the same things over and over again with this guy here. How can I make this real? How can I make this something that is sustainable long term? How can I make sure that we connect? I'm not sure how I can do this. And I'm a little scared, especially this page, scared of how this is going to play out. And I also see this Four of Pentacles here to be a little bit more so of him protecting his feelings in a way. And hey, NC, him protecting his feelings in a way. The Four of Pentacles can often represent someone who wants to keep their heart guarded in a way. They want to protect their peace. They don't want to let anyone in. So I'm thinking that's the reason why they may have opted for a situationship. I know that they, gave some of their thoughts as to why they believe this was the best thing for now. But the cards kind of indicate that it's more so this person's fears and anxiety that's the main thing that's holding them back from an actual relationship. But I do see the feelings there. I do see that they're solid. And then let's see what his true intentions towards the connection. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Four of Cups. And we have the Page of Pentacles. To me, when I see somebody's true intentions for the situation displayed by these cards, to me, it feels like they're actually trying to work on it. Generally, the Eight of Pentacles is someone who's hardworking, diligent, focused, someone who invests their time, efforts, thoughts, resources into something. And they don't do that unless they care about that the thing that they are investing their time into. So it does show a sense of care. But then we have this other four again that is also another sense of like stagnation and waiting and pause and reflection. And to me, part of their feelings needs to be sorted through. When we see that Four of Cups here, it's almost as if they're not quite sure whether they should completely and totally seize the opportunity, which would be, having a relationship and a connection with you right away. And I really think it comes down to that feeling of fear and insecurity that they have of feeling seen or being rejected, or feeling like that maybe something won't work out, or maybe they'll get hurt, or something along the lines of that. The Page of Pentacles to me shows that they want to get to know you. They want the relationship to grow. Pages are all about learning, growing, developing. So to me, his intentions do seem to be true. It seems to be like, hey, I am actually interested. Now, whether this person actually follows through, I am curious about, just because that Knight of Cups and that Page of Cups, they get so caught up in the emotions that, it's difficult for them to face reality. He invited me to stay in Mexico for a while. He's Mexican, but I also said, no, I don't want to lose my goals for a man anymore. I don't want to chase anyone. I'm in my soft girl era. I love that, Kiva. I love that you're in your soft girl era. And I think that's the best choice. If you feel aligned with that, if you feel as if, hey, like, I don't think that's the right thing for me, then don't do it, right? And if he really is truly interested in growing the relationship further, and he really wants to take those practical steps, then he'll do it. But I really do think his feelings are genuine. I don't think he's, trying to lie or manipulate or anything weird like that. But can you check it for maybe he's a Latino passion? Says that says things in the heat of the moment. We have the Tower. Well, he's definitely passionate. And the Three of Cups and the King of Pentacles. I mean, there is a side of him that is obviously a little bit more impulsive. But to me, it feels as though he really does enjoy your company, and he would like this thing. He would like, your relationship, your connection to go forward. And you're talking about his follow through. That's the thing. Let's see. We have the Six of Cups and we have the Seven of Wands. I'll be honest, his follow through may not be as strong. I think if he finds being able to come back to Tokyo not extremely difficult, he'll do it. Because the Six of Cups is a very supportive card, which is like, hey, I want to connect, etc. But the Seven of Wands reversed is kind of like, I don't want to put too much effort into things. And so for me, his follow through depends on the amount of effort it takes him to come back to Tokyo. If he finds an easier avenue to get there, then yes, he will reconnect with you. But if he's finding it to be extremely difficult or challenging, that's when it's like, I don't know if his follow through is very strong. But that's the thing about him. Let's see. Pull one more card for them. We have this Two of Swords card. So right now they're in a place where they're trying to decide their next steps, which direction that they want to move in. I don't know what they do for their job. I don't know, what's going on in their life in particular. But to me, it feels as if they're trying to decide if they want to put in the work to go back to Tokyo, to connect, to be together, or if they rather go a different route. He asked me to be his girlfriend because he doesn't like the idea of me talking to other men. I asked him if he was serious, and he told me he doesn't want to commit, but wants exclusivity. That makes absolutely no sense. What is he talking about? Girl, just date. I would say date who you want to date until he shows that commitment. Because to me, the cards show, okay, I'm interested. I like you. But if it's too difficult for me to, stay in Tokyo and date you, then I don't want to put in that effort. And we have this 7 of Swords here, which is kind of going back to what I was saying before. And the 2 of Cups and the Knight of Wands. The thing about the 7 of Swords is they're taking the swords that other people have won and gotten. And so to me, like I said, it kind of goes into this feeling of like, if it's easy, then, I'll do it. But like, I'll come back and we can hang out, be together, etc. But if it's not easy, then I'm not going to put in the effort. And they say what us women are complicated. Brandi Smith. Women are not that complicated. I say live your best life until he shows up and decides that, he wants to show commitment. But other than that, like, there's nothing to be too concerned about in regards to him, because he hasn't shown that full commitment yet. He hasn't taken the effort to make sure he is staying within your presence. He's not taking the effort to make sure that you guys continue to date. He's asking you to come to Mexico rather than him like going to Tokyo. Like, that should be the move if he really wants to see you. At least that's what I see. So he's got to make those first steps, and he's got to prove that he's serious, because right now he's showing very indecisive energy. Very much given that 2 of Swords and that Knight of Cups. Oh, hey, NC. And I don't think Shifting Lotus asked their question. But yeah, women are definitely not the complicated one. It's men. I swear. Every story I hear about any friend of mine dating some guy, it's always outrageous, guys. I mean, so don't go around thinking it's you. I mean, it might be, but a lot of men are absolutely, I don't know what's wrong with them. I'll say that. I asked one earlier, you are fine. I'll get to you. Okay, I see. NC, I met a guy named John who seemed perfect, but then things started to seem off, like he was lying a lot. I blocked him. Did I make the rightful choice? Just getting these cards ready. People are complicated. They are. They really are. You're welcome, Kiva. And have fun in Tokyo. Like, until he gets his act together, find another guy to date. Never focus your energy on one. And that is advice from my mother. always just date more than one guy. What if he really was that perfect and I just ran? All right. We have the 10 of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Cups. All right. Well, the rightful choice. I'll say this. Let me clarify the 10 of Wands. We have Temperance clarifying the 10 of Wands. So, to me, you chose a choice. The cards aren't saying good or bad. It's more so like saying you chose the best choice that felt like it was releasing some sort of burden or pressure from you. Okay? If things felt like, oh, I'm not really sure about this, or this is stressing me out thinking about this, and I'm wondering if he was telling the truth about that, or is that really sure? Like, if you felt like this guy was like plaguing too much of your thoughts, like you felt yourself thinking about them a lot, or wondering if you needed to like check in on them or do the research thing that we all do and try to figure out who this person is behind the scenes and on the internet and stalk their social medias. The cards are kind of like saying the choice you made was to essentially relieve your mind of that stress. Okay. It's not saying whether it was the right choice or the wrong choice. It's just saying you made a choice to allow yourself to relax and have some peace. The Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups is kind of saying that, hey, there's other guys out there. So even if this guy was, really perfect and you ran him off or etc., it really doesn't matter. The cards feel like you have an abundance of opportunity there for you. I generally get these combination of cards to represent, hey, there's others out there who might be more of a balanced fit for you, who won't have you so stressed, who will feel as though it's a less heavy or less stress inducing connection. It'll feel more comforting, it'll feel more supportive, it'll feel more reassuring. Okay, so it is quite possible that this guy wasn't as reassuring that you need as you need it. And the cards are kind of saying that, yeah, there's other people out there who have those qualities that might be a better fit for you. So the cards are saying don't stress about it. There are more to come. We got that Two of Cups. But if you want to revisit this person, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. That's not bad choices. It's just kind of like, hey, we're getting to know each other. We're vibing together. There is some chemistry there. So if you want to revisit and, reconnect with this individual, it'll still be a good time. Honestly, we have this Nine of Cups. It would be a little bit reversed because it's following the Nine of Wands, but the Nine of Cups reverse still isn't bad. It's just like, it's not, he may not be what you expected in your mind. Like you said that, maybe he really was this perfect person. He's not perfect at all in any way, especially with the Knight of Cups reverse, but he does have a lot of good qualities. I do want to say that. I think he was lying about his job. Like he said, he had his own company, but I couldn't find anything on him. Maybe he has his own unsuccessful company. I'm kind of confused. But the cards are kind of saying he's not that bad, but I feel like if he's saying he has his own company, maybe he's exaggerating. If he's not registered, or if he just isn't that popular, maybe he doesn't have a site up, maybe he just started his company. These are all within the realms of possibility. He might just be saying that to like big himself up. He could be a very small business. I say, if you are very curious, ask about him, connect with him. The cards are saying it won't be that bad, it actually might be fun. If you decide to connect with him or reconnect with him. But they also say that you have way more options out there. Oh, what fell out? Which is fine, but be honest. I agree. He probably should be upfront and say, hey, I have decided to be an entrepreneur. I have my own small company and it's really nothing special. But you know how guys are. They're always trying to impress, not to make any excuses. I'm not here to excuse men. Okay, Shifting Lotuses. My question is from your most popular video. Do they get jealous of me? People love that video. I swear I still get comments and things on it. Wait, Shifting Lotus, what's the question? Howdy, Dan. My mom told me not to settle too. Absolutely. Never settle, especially for somebody. If you're looking, I'll say this, if you're looking for a lifelong partnership or marriage, you definitely shouldn't settle. This is someone who is uh, going to basically be with you through the darkest moments of your life, the happiest moments of your life. You want to choose someone who you know is going to be at your hospital bed, who's going to take care of your elderly parents, and whose parents you might have to take care of at the same time. So choose someone who you respect, love, care about, and who feels the same way towards you. Oh, the question is, do they get jealous over me? I thought you had a specific question to that. That's so funny. Let's ask the question. Do they get jealous over me? And who is they? Let's see. All right. So this is going to the Knight of Swords. What's going to the they? The Three of Swords and the King of Swords. So this is either for the they, it's going to be someone who is more than likely not super expressive when it comes to their feelings, just because all of those sword energies is generally someone who's going to be a little bit more in their head, but generally a talkative person. Now, the Three of Swords is quite interesting because this is either going to be someone who you either literally had a breakup with, or just somebody you're no longer in contact with anymore, somebody who's not in your life, somebody who you are separated from. It doesn't necessarily have to be an ex. This can honestly be an ex situationship, someone who you know, uh, gone on a few dates with. And in some cases, I've seen the Three of Swords represent, friendships, right? Sometimes you have certain people who treat their friends as if they are, I don't know what the word is for it, but they have this sort of like possessive attitude towards their friends. Like, I don't want my friends hanging out with these people, or I want my friends to spend time with me, etc. Right. Things like that. Um, and I don't know the psychology behind it, but I've definitely seen that sort of attitude. But it's definitely someone who you are not necessarily having ongoing conversations with. This is a very intelligent person. I will say that they are someone who is likely very funny, because we got this Knight of Swords and this King of Swords energy. That's generally going to be someone who's very witty, or at least someone who always has like an interesting story to tell. Like, it just feels as if um, they're always doing something that will pique someone's interest. And if it's not that interesting, they manage to tell a story to make it interesting. Um, just a really great storyteller. Mia, can I ask the Sagittarius about me? Yes, you can, but you have to go through either PayPal or Cash App or Super Chat. And it should be in the description bar. My PayPal and my Cash App, and Super Chat you can just send here. But it is $5 for yes or no, $10 for in-depth, and there's no limit to the amount of cards I will pull. All right, let's see. The Judgment card, and we have the Two of Wands reverse. So my thing here is that this person, Shifting Lotus, the reason that they sort of like get jealous over you is the fact that you've kind of moved on with your life and you've completely transformed. To them, it feels as if they have been left unnoticed in a way. because I often get the Two of Wands upright to be somebody who's observing, someone who is looking around them and exploring the opportunities in front of them. When they're reversed, it's almost like their eyes are closed, like they're blinded to it. And the Judgment card is like fresh, new dawn, new day. And so to me, it feels as if they're jealous of the fact that you have this whole new world in front of you and you've left the past behind. So I don't know if this is like an ex friendship or if this is just generally somebody you've dated and they are sort of feeling as if they just didn't matter that much. That's kind of like the vibe here going on. Let me see if I can clarify if this was romantic or not. Oop. Yes. So this would be more romantic. We have the Page of Cups here. Okay. What was that? Oh, pretty much what I said before. Five of Pentacles, the card of neglect, being on the outside, being cast aside. Can you do one last shuffle and tell me their sun sign, please? Well, let's see if we get any cards for that. What was that? We have the 10 of Cups. So this not being super specific, but it would be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer is essentially it. So I don't know if you have any water signs that you have dated. Or I don't know, maybe they had a crush on you and never spoke up. But I don't, this person just feels neglected. Says Scorpio. LOL. But they're like, wow, you've really moved on. I don't matter. Like that's kind of the feel of this. 'Tis the season. It is Scorpio season. And happy birthday to all you Scorpios. You Sagittariuses are next. Site partners. Like do. Hey guys, if you are coming in, welcome, first of all, to my channel. If you are new here, I am Brandi. This is AstroTarotResearch. I'm a practical tarot reader and astrologer researcher. I have 15 years of experience in both. If you would like to ask me a question, it is $5 for yes or no, $10 for in-depth readings. There's no limit for the amount of cards I will pull. I'm just here to make sure that you get your questions answered. And also my reading style is very direct and straightforward. So I know some people are very, very sensitive, and I have no desire to offend anyone. So I just want to be upfront about that if you're looking for maybe a softer delivery, that's not my realm of expertise. So I've been told millions of times. So I did want to add that disclaimer. Today is tea time. Girls talk about men. You know, it really is that time. It's, you know, it's cuddle season. And I think I don't know what's in the air. I haven't looked at the astrology charts, not the astrology. I haven't looked at the astrology too much. I've only been looking at the big planets like Saturn, Jupiter, and all of that. So, and then Mercury retrograde, because it can be so irritating. But I don't know what's in the air. I haven't adjusted myself to see what's going on. But you're right. It has been in the air. And anyway, shifting letters, I don't know who this person is, but to me, it feels as if they have this feeling of, oh, I'm so salty. I've been neglected. I can't believe you just moved on without me, etc., etc. Like, very much the vibe. Need coffee. Thank you for the chat. I need coffee too. You know what? What I want is like, I think I want like a matcha. There is this matcha store. It's not near me. It's probably like an hour away, but I wish it was closer because I really want the matcha now. It said, Dan, guess that leaves me out. I'm a student now. Pay is impossible. Site partners. I am a student as well. So me giving free readings isn't possible either. So sorry. I would say the best thing you could do would be save up and come back. Times are tough. And you know, guys, I believe in paying people for their service. You know, if I go out and if I'm getting a reading, I'm going to pay for it. Same with anything I do. You know, I don't like say, oh my God, I tried matcha in Japan. Everyone is obsessed with it. Gave it a chance many times. Can't drink it. Tastes like spinach to me. Ah, I'm sorry you don't like it. I don't think it's that bad. You know, it depends. It depends on the one, it depends on the matcha. And two, it depends on the combo. Because I had a matcha affogato. So, you know, the combination of it was strange. Matcha, essentially the same way you'd have an affogato, but everything is matcha, right? So you have the matcha ice cream, you have the milk with matcha. It's really good, actually. Okie dokie, ladies. Have a blessed day. You too, Dan. Hello, Brandi. I'm worried about not getting a good job after taking a civil service test. There are people with more experience than me, but I also want a good boss / team good commute and hours. Yeah, that's the dream. But this card came coming out. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. So don't worry about not being able to get a good job, Strawberries. The cards really wanted you to know that you've worked hard, you have been disciplined, you've been focused, you are skilled, you are qualified. And even if there are people who have more experience, there's always going to be people who have more experience. You've been working hard to learn and do your best and study to get that job opportunity. Let me do this little shuffle here. I went to a premium matcha place and tried the best of the. Okay, well, there's nothing I can do. 9 of Pentacles for you, Strawberries. You are on your way to success. Now, don't get me wrong here. I think this is going to be a great job, a good team. That is pretty much coming your way. But if you're talking about good commute, I'll say this. With the Pentacles, they're a little slow. All right. So, you know, you got like 4 out of 5 or something like that. It's not bad. It's not bad. You're going to get the good job, the good pay, the good team, pretty decent hours, a routine schedule, because Pentacles like the routine. They don't like everything changing all over the place and all of this jazz. It shows that you have time to take care of yourself. You'll be independent, making your own money, doing your own thing, being successful, being happy. Mental health is good. Skin is clear. Teeth are shiny and white. Like, it's looking good, Strawberries. Page of Pentacles, you are going to learn a lot, okay? You're going to learn a lot. You're going to have people who take you under their wing, educate you, help you develop even further in your career. So don't worry about not being able to get a good job. Don't get me wrong, Pentacles move slow, so I'm not going to say that this is going to happen in the blink of an eye, but this is 100% coming your way for sure. All of these cards are really fantastic. The Queen of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. It shows that you're growing and you're moving in the area that is going to lead to your long-term success. By the way, Brandi, I have to leave 3 a.m. here. Would love to hang out with you more. Miss your live's energy. We'll hope to catch you soon. Bye, Kiva. I'm going to try to, as soon as school ends, I'm going to try to switch up the live times because I know a lot of you are like all over the world and spread out. Strawberries, thank you. Is there anything specific Anything you can specify when this offer would come my way. Let's see. Like maybe season. All right, let's get into the season, guys. New subscriber from the Netherlands. Oh, hey. Wow. All the way from the Netherlands. I was just there last year, which seems weird to say. Oh, okay. 6 of Pentacles. It's just kind of emphasizing the growth, the money, the opportunities coming in. Let's see if we can get some timing. Nice to meet you too, Nemira. Or is it Nimira? I love the name. Okay, 10 of Wands. And Justice. All right, 10 of Wands and Justice. That's very interesting. So, from what I see here, Justice is generally going to be a few months. I'm not going to lie. When I get Justice, when it comes to timing, it's never swift. And despite the saying that Justice is swift, it's really not. It's going to be a few months, especially with the 10 of Wands here. You're going to be putting in that work to apply and to network and to make sure that you get that opportunity, Strawberries. But just know that is going to come. Don't be discouraged. I know this 10 of Wands energy can be a little bit overwhelmed and overburdened, and it feels like, oh no, this is never ending. I've got to compete with everyone and prove that I'm, top dog here. But just know that you are going to get the job. It is going to be fantastic. You're going to have a very supportive team and environment. They are going to pay you well. It's going to be a great experience. There may be some traffic. I'm not going to lie. But I do see that it's going to ultimately be a job that you stay at for some time. So just know it may take a few months in regards to the timing, but it is coming. And if you want to know specific season, really, I would go with the air sign seasons, whether that is going to be Libra, that's going to be Gemini, and that's going to be Aquarius. So that is like, Aquarius starts in like February, late January. Then we have Gemini, who's like, thank you. There was a position I was thinking about, but it was 4-hour commute each day. I was thinking maybe I was dumb to apply. You can always move. If something's a 4-hour commute, at that point, I would think about moving. That's a lot. You're going to be tired. But it might be worth the to apply, especially if they pay you well. You might have to just say, okay, I'm just going to rent and move closer to this job. And who knows, you're more than likely going to make some very strong connections. But I really do feel like you have a lot of great things coming for you. I'm so happy. Look at we got at the bottom of the deck, the World card. Like, that's pretty amazing. That means that success is coming. But you're not dumb. Go ahead and apply. It'll be worth it. Even if you don't get that job, there's definitely going to be some opportunity out there that is going to be fantastic and wonderful for you. You're welcome, Strawberries, and you got this. You've worked hard, and congratulations. And thank you all for stopping by. I really do appreciate all of the questions, all of the taking the time to chat, filling out the polls, which water sign is the most popular rising sign, you guys. Next is air. Wow. Okay. And this is supposed to be Vedic. I probably should have said that, but I might redo it again on my page on the community tab so we can get more votes. And thank you all for all of the love, all of your thoughts, for subscribing, for liking, for watching my channel. Don't forget, let me know what readings that you want to see next. And coming up in December, maybe mid-December, towards Christmas, I'm planning to, do a percentage off on private readings, just letting you guys know now so that you guys are ahead of the game. I love telling you guys stuff on the lives early. And then also, is there anything else? There's no more announcements. As per usual, I'll be live again next week. Fingers crossed. Might be a little shorter just because there's a lot going on with school. And then also, don't forget to check out the latest pick a card. That's where I'm going for. Latest pick a card on my channel. And that's all. That's all for now. Lots of love, everyone. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the week and beautiful next week. Remember, be patient with whatever's going on. I know that we're all waiting for that next big opportunity or enjoyable moment, or maybe we're waiting on some news or something along the lines of that. For me, I can't wait till school ends. So I already know what Temperance and the Hangman means for me for our weekly collective. I'm just holding it in. I'm like, please. But that is all I have for now. And I'm wishing you all the best. And I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.